Group. So today we're going to be talking a little bit about the qualitative versus quantitative research in regards to the two articles that we read for class. The first article having to do with the parents' trust in school principals with disabilities had to do with qualitative research in the way that there was only 16 participants and they used more in-depth interviews as a method of exploring the possible correlation between parents' trust and a child's success in that school system. Therefore, they're talking about trust. They're trying to measure the amount of trust, but trust is a more internalized emotion. So therefore, simply conducting interviews may not specifically yield, conclusive findings as to whether or not there is, in fact, true conclusions behind that observation. The second article having to do with the motivation of parent involvement in secondary level schooling was more of a quantitative research study in that they use 770 participants who completed surveys and answered questions specifically on their involvement in school and how they felt about that involvement. And this was more quantitative in that it was a large number of correspondents who were participating in this research. All of them were randomly selected, which does help, in fact, make it a quantitative research study. They, from these research methods, they were able to use and find statistical data to form graphs and charts related to their findings. They were conclusive because it was such a large number, and they were able to generalize the data based on those numbers. And from these findings, due to the number of correspondents who participated, they were able to find a final course of action. So in the end, while they were talking about similar topics in relation to being in a school setting and having involvement with students in the classroom, these two studies had completely different findings, and that one was gauging interest or possible investigative needs for research, while as the other one was more specific and allowed us to have more conclusive findings and provided recommendations for possible changes in the school setting.